Hi, it's Monday 4th today, in the afternoon, it's about 3 o'clock. I'm just ringing the police station to call Sergeant Dennis Culverwell. I went up to see him this morning, and spent over 2 hours waiting. He was there, but didn't come out. There was a lot of people there. I've never seen so many people crowd the place. However, I gave up and came back. So I'm going to call over there now and see what his response is. Or if he's there, if I can make an appointment with him. Here goes. Since the 2nd of April, I got a letter back from the Independent Police Conduct Authority. That's an appointed authority over the police conduct by the Governor-General and an ex-Judge Carruthers, Chairman, and a few others.
You have reached the Auckland Central Police Station. If this call is an emergency, hang up and dial 111. If you know the number you require, dial it now. For all inquiries regarding someone in custody, push 1 now to be connected to our custody unit. For all lost and found inquiries, push 2 now. If you wish to make a report that does not need immediate police assistance, push 3 now to be connected to our customer service desk. Thank you. Are you still there?
Yes, I am.
You have reached the Auckland Central Police Station. If this call is an emergency, hang up and dial 111. If you know the number you require, dial it now. For all inquiries regarding someone in custody...
That didn't work. I'll just try again. Anyway, I just wanted to reiterate on what I'm going through, trying to get a hold of Dennis. That's a few days gone by now, the whole of April, and now that would have been 30 days plus 6 days. 30 days plus 28 days it's taken for them to respond to me. You can see the letter I got back on the 2nd of April. I might have missed it and didn't get to read it in my email. But anyway, it just said that I have to go to the police in the area, the senior officer in the Auckland Central Police Station, and sort it out. But the authorities members appointed by the Governor-General on the advice of Parliament, that's the Independent Police Conduct Authority, an appointed group of judges, ex-judges. So we got the Judge Sir David J. Carruthers, he's the authority chairman. Then you got Judge, it's something about him before. Angela Hawke Willis and Diane McCassill, authority members, approved a notion of motion appointing the new board members of the authority. Justice Lowell Goddard, former chairwoman. Justice Lowell Goddard, as a judge of the High Court, was appointed chair in Independent Police Conduct in 2007. So this other guy, Carruthers, took over for the term of 5 years. Alan Galbraith, former authority member, he was appointed as Authority of Investigations in 2003. Was appointed as a member of the authority in 2008. So then you've got staff as well in the unit. So that's the management complaints management review group. Now, out of those people I just said, you'll note that they are in the court. They cannot inquire into this private contract that I've got. They have no legal jurisdiction whatsoever over what I say as being more information than what they would ever have about the land and about the admiralty of a king. Okay, he's the creator of these admiralty court-martial laws and the mortgages, liens and levy debtor instruments for bank. So they haven't got any of that authority over what I say, yet they stop me. They have a police problem, not a lawyer problem. They've got a police problem to deal with. That's why I want to get a hold of Dennis, because he's a senior officer. On the letter that they sent me, it clearly says that I have to go back. They would have let them know. I put in 2 complaints, and so they've replied to me and said that my next port of call is the Central Police Station senior officer. So now I've got him, and to tell me what they're going to do, what course of action have they got to counter my course of action of complaint against their complaint that they answered that was inferior to a superior complaint that I'm making, that there's fraud in there. So I'll try again. I'll try again and see if I can get through. Sometimes it'll go through. I'll try again. They're not really taking it seriously.
Police is speaking with Sequoia.
Yes, Sequoia. Could I speak to Sergeant Dennis Culverwell, please?
Sorry, he's actually finished for the day. He finishes at 3 p.m.
Oh, I see. I'll call him in the morning.
Cool. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Those guys, sometimes they knock off at 4, sometimes they knock off at 3. The pressure must be more than what I'm getting. And the pressure of walking up to the police station for how many times now, and they won't answer to what I'm saying is a serious case that they've interfered with. That's why these government officials and the Governor-General appointed those judges himself to oversee the police. They've walked away from it, you see. They're not going to get involved. This is the government officials. These are the police officials, different kettle of fish. These guys have got their own private business. The same as the Queen, got her own private business. We've got our own private business too, with the King. And so, they've got a problem. They've got a problem in Westminster as well. They got a problem over here with this government, with the Moai and the King William breathing down their neck. Okay? So you'll see on the site, you'll see the pound note is going to rack the bill up. And it'll keep going up higher, and they'll have to address it. He'll have to tell me why one of these officers mistook me as being someone that they thought wasn't worth anything, because that fella says I was bullshit. Sergeant Tim Duffy says I'm bullshit. We'll soon see if he's thrown into the court how far his bullshit's going to go. You see, that's how he talks. That's an arrogant policeman who doesn't know contract law. He's got a hanging noose on his head with the bill. Someone's going to knock on his door and rip his house off him. You watch. That's what's going to happen. He's going to pay. He's going to pay the price, and he's liable the whole lot of the police. Him and Aaron Pascoe, Detective Senior Sergeant Criminal Investigator Aaron Pascoe. They shifted him out of there. I wouldn't be surprised if they shift that guy out. He's not going to get far. He's got a warrant over his head, a contract. Everyone that I name has got a contract on their head under the King. Admiralty. There's only one High Admiralty in the whole world, and that's it. With that flag you see at the back of me, over there, right? That flag there. That's the only flag of Admiralty in the world that'll supersede all Admiralty when it comes to commerce and banks and money. Okay? So, I'll give Dennis a call in the morning. Hopefully this time I'll get to see him. And what's the story? All I want to do is, if Dennis, you're watching this video, this one's for you, that I want you, because I've got a complaint now, I've got an official complaint, that your superiors have left it to you to make a decision on what Sergeant Tim Duffy had no authority to push me off the land. Absolutely no authority. That's what I'm waiting for, the writing, the written documents of him having authority from your department, of your police, allowing him to do something to override an Admiralty court-martial order. I can make the orders myself in this way, that if you can't answer it, you lose, no matter what, because the judges have no say over private contracts, and especially commercial lands, that you're stuck in now. You're all stuck in it because your policeman made the biggest bungle in all his career of being a policeman. I don't know how long he's been in this country, but I've been here for 65 years, and I know a thing or two about it more than he does, more than any of you do. Okay, I can say that much from being here as the originals of this land. I don't talk for anybody else. I talk for my own surname and my own family. Okay, you've got something better than that? Put it in writing. I haven't seen any Maori yet stick enough information than what I've got on Facebook, Twitter, Google and YouTube, and stand in front of me and stand in front of the court and see who buckles under their queen. Okay, the queen ran away. She's no use now. She's no use to anybody because she's raked everything out for herself and left everybody in trouble. And that's Tim's queen. Yeah, Tim's queen and this government's queen. So you've got a problem, Dennis. You've got a problem with your man. I want you to reverse what he did, so I can go back on that land, and carry on seizing it. Then let investigations come in, and my lawyer to go in. My bank is waiting, because the bank knows what I do with mortgages. I'm right in the middle of that. Okay, I know what I am doing, being in real estate and land property instruments. Right back. This is original stuff. I don't worry about any real estate things because I've had my own properties before, so I should know a thing or two, selling properties, and also doing mortgage broking. Okay, and so no one's going to get out of this one. So you'll see the pound notes on my website, and those are real. All the debts going to the police. There's 1 trillion on each of your heads. The whole lot of you. The whole lot of you, and the whole lot of the tenants on that land block, the landowners, the conveyancing lawyers, the real estate companies, the banks. You've all got the same note on your head because you all stopped me from doing my job. Okay? Even the debt collectors know. Even Parker knows, the lady from NZ Police Conduct Association Authority. She's a debt collector. The NZPCA. I've been talking to her for a long time. The video's online on Facebook and YouTube, and she told me what to do, what to get. Go and get the transcript, the job report, the complaint in writing, all of it in writing. That's what she said. And make it short on the complaint. That one page on both sides is long enough for a complaint. And you can see it online as well. So the police has to respond to all of my complaint. The same way as that person that rang up and complained about me had no legal authority while I had a court hearing in place and a long string of investigations in place on that land block. No one is supposed to stop me. No one. Because I'm doing a private investigation debtor contractor's job. Okay? I've got a job to do, and the police tampered with it, interfered, and those people on the land block are all liable. That's all I can say. You're all liable, and you get the bill. You get the bill, and that ALIT investigation is going to be very busy. The British military is going to be very busy too, and Scotland Yard. They're going to be busy too, because they're pissed off with the Queen. They are pissed off with the EU Parliament. They are pissed off with the Labour Party, and Andrew Little that went from here, the Labour Party in New Zealand, went to London to see Ed Miliband. What's his name? Anyway, that guy, the Labour leader, right? Miliband, Ed Miliband. He went to see the two Labour ones that keep putting the Queen in there to open up the Parliament so that they can carry on their fraud business, right? Now they got a problem because Scotland won't let her in, and they'll have a bigger say in Westminster, okay? Because they haven't gone independent yet. That's very cunning. They're very cunning to not go independent until after the elections, because that's a 5-year period. So I think they're listening to what I'm saying, and the goalposts have changed, and so we wait for them to scrap their heads out, go into a stalemate, hung Parliament, then we'll come straight in. We should be able to clean this section out. Dennis, I'm trying to save your bloody country in England, where you come from. Okay, you come from Singapore, but you really come from England, because they got slightly different eyes on the people in Singapore than yours, and your skin is white. So you fellas come from the bad west, dark west. Okay, where all the riffraff is, and all the riffraff is here, right in your department, in the police station. I'm very disappointed. Someone like me is sitting there for over 2 hours. And the other Chinese lady was very sorry, apologetic, and saying, "Oh, you've been waiting. Oh, I forgot about you. You see, I just wanted to see how you guys treat me. Better than those iwi leaders of yours here in Ngāti Whātua. They have no titles to these lands here more than what I'm holding. They will never come anywhere near what I do. They're going into court. I can tell you that much now. The iwi leaders in this country are going to get thrown into court under the Queen. They are the Queen's people who sold all these lands, and they're not their lands. Okay? I'm holding the titles here to this whole land in this country. And if anybody got anything to say, you better put it in front of me. Because if you don't, it stands as the maxims of law, the law of this land. Okay? Whatever I say is the law of this land. I'm just waiting for you, Dennis, to clear that man out of my road. Tim Duthie is £1 trillion on his head every day, and he has libelled the whole lot of you. He has libelled the whole lot of you, all your police in there, the whole 15,000 of you. Your ministers of police, the whole lot of you. Judith Collins is a fraudster. She'll have someone knocking her door too for the milk scam or a Vita. Okay, and all her scam inside their parliament. I know what's going on in there. I know what's going on in Westminster. Can't tell me a thing or two about politics. I was in Winston Peters' party But even they were blind. Even they're blind now. Even all of Maoris are blind. Right? They wouldn't know which end of a mortgage title to a land is. They would not know the secrets of what's going on with the king's business. Okay? That's too arrogant and ignorant of the law. I'm just saying this to all those iwi leaders. You're going to get thrown out of court. If you've got nothing to stack up with these titles, you shouldn't be on the land. You shouldn't be using those titles at all, because they're all fraud. Everything the Queen does is fraud. That's why the 970 million trillion pound note, green note, that's what its value is. Okay? Because no one's going to tell me anything different. It's rolling around now, right out there in front of your eyes. Now it's real. That's a levy debtor instrument against all of the Queen's royal families, all the churches, the whole damn lot of them, and the governments, the parliaments, the United States of America, all those corporate companies. You're getting that note. I'm telling you now, because I'm pissed off with the police over here checking me around, making me walk up and down, up and down, up and down. That's why all those videos I took, making me run up and down and up and down, up and down. Yet they have not got any titles to this place. They're having their business all over the place, and sooner or later the cookie crumbles. When the Queen goes out, the whole lot goes out. All right, that's how it works. You got the wrong landowners on your titles. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Anyway, that's all for this video. For now, I'm going to get on to the website and try and think what I did, how I did it, because it's very easy to lose sight of it when I've got these other things going on at the same time. The police, Dennis, have held me up. In Admiralty terms, have injured my ship of Admiralty. You have injured my ship of Admiralty. That's how you say it in legalese, in martial law. Okay? So the police are playing up in Australia, in America, with this King William's law. I'm going to take it off them. They have no right to violate that contract. This flag is a contract. This is the Admiralty court-martial law title to King William's Admiralty. We'll just cross it out. And I go to Devonport, and Scotland coming there, we'll just cross it out. Okay? At the end of it. But I'm billing you before I cross it out. I'm billing the whole lot of you with that green pound note, the blue one, the trillion pound note, the 100 billion pound note, and we've got all that going up now. We billed you before on it, but it's been floating around, and now it's official. Okay, it's official now, before the Queen skips it and tries to get away with it. Okay, thank you very much. See you later. Not you, please. I'm saying thank you to my viewers. Okay, so be ready to purchase your right to all that we recover, and go for it. You can put any amount you like in it, but we've got £25 share, but that equals to that to give it a status of a private company, not on the stock market. That's all fraud. It won't go near there. It's laced with loss. You'll lose the bloody lot. That's what it was meant for, the elites to get everything. Well, this is the opposite to elites. Okay? All right. Thank you very much. Bye. See ya. Oh, happy birthday, Jamie. I gave you a cake today and some songs. Okay? All right. Bye. See you tomorrow.